Welcome back again with my new video of social science civics. This is chapter 1, class 7, and on equality. India is a democracy. In the class 6 book, we looked at key elements of democratic government. India क्या है? एक democratic country है. डेमोक्रेटिक मतलब क्या होता है? सबको इक्वल राइट्स और जस्टिस है. ओके, this includes people participation, the resolution of conflict, and equality and justice. Equality is a key features of democracy and influence all aspect of functioning. In this chapter, you'll read more about equality, what it is, why it is important in democracy. Equality है क्या और ये क्यों democracy में important है. Whether or not everyone is equal in India, let's begin the story at Kanta story. अब हम एक कांता के स्टोरी से स्टार्ट करेंगे और इस कांता के स्टोरी के बारे में जानेंगे. Afterward, we'll see you, Kanta. Yes, namaste, Sahab. Gudiya have been running fever and I have to take her to the hospital, but I will have to finish the work at Sahib house first and ask him for some advance. Have some here, have some of this, you'll feel better. And when I get back in the evening, you'll go to the hospital. We'll go to the hospital, okay? It's no wonder that Gudiya falls ill often. The basti is never cleaned. Equality, rights to vote. The story above begins with Kanta standing in the line to cast her vote. Look again at the various people who are standing in the line with her. Kanta recognized her employer Ashok Jain and Chotilal, her neighbor. In a democratic country like India, all the adults, irrespective of what religion they belong to, how much education they have had, what caste they are, or whether they are rich or poor, are allowed to vote. जब हम वोट देने जाते हैं तो हम जिस लाइन पे खड़े हैं वहाँ पे कोई भी रिच हो, पुअर हो, कितना भी एजुकेटेड हो ना हो, बट स्टिल ऑल आर इन द सेम लाइन वोट देने के लिए. ये हमने क्लास 6 में पढ़ा था. The idea of universal adult franchise is based on the idea of equality because it states that every adult in the country, irrespective to their wealth and the communities, he or she belong to one vote. ठीक है, अगर वो किसी भी कमिटी का हो या फिर किसी भी कितना भी वेल्दी पर्सन क्यों ना हो, हर किसी का एक अपना वोट होता है. कांता इज एक्साइटेड टू वेट एंड वोट एंड हैप्पी दैट शी इज इक्वल टू ऑल ऑफ अदर्स बिकॉज ईच वन ऑफ देम हैज़ टू वोट. कांता वोट देने जाती है तो उसको बहुत अच्छा लगता है क्योंकि वो देखती है कि हर कोई लाइन पे लगा हुआ है वोट देने के लिए. But as her days goes on, Kanta became less certain about what this equality really means. But जैसे टाइम बीतते गया, कांता थोड़ी केयरलेस हो गई. उसको मतलब नहीं होने लगा चीज़ों से कि इक्वालिटी होती क्या है. What does that makes Kanta unsure? Let's take us a look at a day in her life. She lives in slum and has a drain behind her house. वो slum एरिया में रहती है. उसके घर के पीछे बहुत बड़ा सा नाला है और इस कारण से उसकी जो डॉटर है, बेटी है, वो बार बार बीमार पड़ते रहती है. शी टेक ऑफ ऑन अ डे ऑफ अ वर्क. इस कारण से उसे भी बहुत टाइम छुट्टी लेने पड़ती है बिकॉज एंड शी नीड्स टू बोरो मनी फ्रॉम हर एम्प्लॉयज़. और जहाँ वो काम करती है वहाँ से उसे उधार लेना पड़ता है ताकि वो अपने बच्चे की इलाज कर सके. हर जॉब एज अ डोमेस्टिक हेल्प ट्राइज हर आउट एंड फाइनली शी ends here day by day again in this long line. This line in front of the government hospital is unlike the one morning become because most of the people are in poor. लोग वहाँ पे मतलब हॉस्पिटल में जाते हैं अपना इलाज कराने के लिए क्योंकि वो गवर्नमेंटल हॉस्पिटल है. तो वहाँ पे बहुत सारे लोग उन्हीं कांता की तरह ही बहुत सारे लोग और भी है जो गरीब है. तो उस लाइन पे वो लोग बहुत टाइम तक खड़े रहते हैं ताकि अपना इलाज वो करा पाए. Kanta is one of many people who live in democratic India and who have a right to vote. कांता एक ऐसी जगह पे रहती है जो एक डेमोक्रेटिक इंडिया है और वहाँ पे उसको राइट है वोट करने का. डेली लिविंग एंड वर्किंग कंडीशंस. अपार्ट फ्रॉम बीइंग पुअर, पीपल इन इंडिया एक्सपीरियंस इनइक्वालिटी इन डिफरेंट वे. मतलब पुअर होने के अलावा भी लोग बहुत सारे चीज़ों में डिफरेंसेस पाते हैं. लेट अस सी द मीन बाय रीडिंग टू स्टोरीज गिवन बिलो. Each of these is based in real incidents in the people lives and reflect the different kind of inequalities that exist in India. One of the more common form of equality in India is caste system. सबसे पहला जो इन मतलब जो कॉमन फैक्ट है इनइक्वालिटी का वो है कास्ट सिस्टम. अगर आप रूरल इंडिया में रहते हो तो आपके कास्ट आइडेंटिटी इज समथिंग जो आप सीखते हो अपने यंग वन से. इफ़ यू लिव इन अर्बन एरिया और अगर आप अर्बन एरिया में रहते हो तो इंडिया सम ऑफ यू माइट थिंक दैट पीपल नो लॉन्गर बिलीव इन कास्ट. और अर्बन एरिया में आप कास्ट के बारे में ज़्यादा फोकस नहीं करते हो. लोगों को इतना लोगों को इतना इनसे मतलब नहीं होता है. बट जस्ट लुक एट दिस मेट्रोमोनियल शोज फ्रॉम अ लीडिंग इंग्लिश न्यूज़ पेपर एंड यू विल सी सम इम्पॉर्टेंट द इशू ऑफ कास्ट कंट्रीब्यूट इन द माइंड ऑफ हाईली एजुकेटेड अर्बन इंडियन. लेकिन जब आप मेट्रोमोनियल साइट्स देखोगे या पेपर देखोगे तो आप उसमें बहुत सारी ऐसी चीज़ें देख सकते हो जो मतलब जिससे हमें पता चलता है कि जो बहुत एजुकेटेड अर्बन इंडियंस होते हैं उनका भी माइंड कास्ट सिस्टम के लिए कैसा है. Now let us read a story about the experience of Dalit child attending school. You have already read about Dalit in class 6 book. Dalit is a term that the so-called lower caste use to address them. दलित हम किसको बोलते हैं? लोअर कास्ट को बोलते हैं. दलित का मतलब होता है ब्रोकन. एंड बाय यूजिंग द वर्ड लोअर कास्ट हम उसको पॉइंट आउट करते हैं कि हाउ दे आर एंड कंटिन्यू टू बी seriously discriminated against. ओम प्रकाश वाल्मीकि इज़ अ फेमस दलित राइटर. ओम प्रकाश वाल्मीकि एक बहुत फेमस दलित राइटर है. उनकी बहुत सारी ऑटोग्राफी है. जूठन ही राइट्स आई हैड टू सिट अवे फ्रॉम द अदर्स इन द क्लास एंड दैट टू ऑन द फ्लोर. मुझे दूसरों से बहुत दूर बैठना पड़ता था, वो भी फ्लोर में बैठना पड़ता था. The mat ran out before reaching the spot I sat on. Sometimes I would have to sit way behind everybody right near the door. कभी कभी मुझे तो गेट के पास बैठ के पढ़ाई करनी पड़ती थी. Sometimes they would beat me without any reason. कभी कभी वो मुझे बिना रीज़न के मारते थे. When he was in class 4, the headmaster asked Om Prakash to sweep the school and the playground. जब वो क्लास 4 में था तो हेडमास्टर ने उसको क्लासरूम की सफाई करने बोली, प्लेग्राउंड की सफाई करने भी बोली. He writes the play sorry he writes, the playground was very large than my small psyche could handle, and in cleaning it, my back began to ache. प्लेग्राउंड इतना बड़ा था कि मैं साफ करते करते मेरे बैक दर्द होने लगा, मतलब मेरी पीठ दर्द होने लगी. मेरा फेस पूरा डस्ट से कवर हो गया. डस्ट हैज़ गॉन इन साइड माई माउथ. मेरे मुंह के अंदर भी डस्ट चला गया. द अदर चिल्ड्रन इन माई क्लास वर स्टडिंग एंड आई वॉज स्वीपिंग. मेरे क्लास के दूसरे बच्चे पढ़ाई कर रहे थे और मैं स्वीप कर रहा था, झाड़ू लगा रहा था. हेडमास्टर वॉज सिटिंग इन हिज रूम एंड वॉचिंग मी. हेडमास्टर रूम में बैठ के मुझे देख रहा था. आई वॉज नॉट इवन अलाउड टू ड्रिंक वाटर. मुझे इवन पानी तक पीना नहीं दिया. आई स्लेप्ट द होल डे. मैं पूरे दिन सफाई करते रहा, डोर्स, विंडोज़, रूम्स. The eyes of the teacher and the boys saw this spectacle. Om Prakash was made to sweep the school and the playground for next couple of days. ऐसे ही उसको next couple of days तक कुछ दिन तक करना पड़ा. And then only came to an end when her father, who happened to be passing by, saw his son sweeping. लेकिन एक दिन ये चीज़ें बंद हो गई जब उसके पापा ने उसको देखा. जब वो स्कूल से गुजर रहे थे तो उसने देखा कि वो स्कूल में सफाई कर रहा है. ही कन्फ्रंटेड द टीचर and then walking away from school holding Om Prakash hand, he said loudly for all of them to hear, "You are a teacher, so I'm leaving you. But remember this much, master. He will be studying right here in the school, and not just him, but there will be more coming after him." The second story is based on an incident that took place in one of the India's largest cities and in common practices in most part of India. It is a story about Mr. and Mrs. Ansari who were looking to rent an apartment in a city. They had the money, and so paying the rent was no problem. उनके पास पैसा था तो रेंट पे करना उनके लिए कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं था. दे वेंट टू प्रॉपर्टी डीलर. वो प्रॉपर्टी डीलर के पास गए घर ढूंढने के लिए. द डीलर इन्फॉर्म दैट ही न्यू अबाउट क्वाइट अ फ्यू अपार्टमेंट आर अवेलेबल फॉर रेंट. डीलर ने उसे बताया कि मुझे कुछ कुछ अपार्टमेंट पता है जहाँ पर आप रेंट ले सकते हो. वो उन्होंने फर्स्ट अपार्टमेंट विजिट किया. अंसारी लाइक इट वेरी मच एंड डिसाइडेड टेक इट. अंसारी को घर बहुत पसंद आया तो उसने सोचा वो उसे ले लेगा. However, the landlord found out their names. She made an excuse about how she could not rent the house. जैसे ही इसने लैंडलॉर्ड ने उस दोनों का सरनेम सुना तो उन्होंने वैसे ही बहाने बनाने लगे कि कि कैसे वो उसको रेंट पे ना दे घर. House to someone ate someone because the building did not have any non-vegetarian resident. Both the Ansari and the property dealer were surprised to hear this because they could smell fish being cooked in the neighbor. उन लोगों ने ये एक्सक्यूज़ दिया कि हम नॉन वेजिटेरियन को नहीं रखते हैं. और लोग बहुत सरप्राइज हुए क्योंकि बगल से ही फ़िश की खुशबू आ रही थी कि बगल में आस पड़ोस में नेबर्स में फ़िश बनाया जा रहा है. Finally, the property dealer told them they might want to change their names and call themselves Mr. and Mrs. Kumar. उन लोगों ने बोला कि ब्रोकर ने बोला, प्रॉपर्टी डीलर ने बोला कि आप दोनों अपना नाम बदल लो. The Ansari were reluctant to do this and decided to look some more. In the end, it took a whole month for looking at a apartment. एक महीना बीत गया उनको घर ढूंढते ढूंढते before they found a landlady who was willing to give a place on rent. Recognizing dignity, who have understood by now that the caste we were born into, the religion we practice, the class, the background we came from, whether we are male or female, these are often the things that determines why some people are treated unequally. Om Prakash Valmiki and Ansari are being treated unequally on the basis of difference of caste and religion. When person are treated unequally, their dignity is violated. The dignity of both Om Prakash and Valmiki and the Ansari was violated because of the way in which they were treated. By picking on him and making him sweep the school because of his caste, Om Prakash Valmiki's schoolmate and the teacher hurt his dignity badly and made him feel as if he was less than equal to all other students in the school. Being a child, Om Prakash Valmiki could do a very little about the situation that he was in. It was his father also. It was his father who sorry, who on seeing his son sweep felt angry by his unequal treatment and confronted the teachers. The Ansari dignity was also hurt when people refused to lease their apartment to them. However, when their property dealer suggested that they change their name, it was their dignity or self-respect that made them refuse this decision. Equality in Indian democracy. The Indian constitution recognizes every person as equal. This means that every individual in the country, including male हो या female हो, किसी भी caste का हो, tribe का हो, education, economic background जैसा भी हो, वो सब equal है. This is not to say that the inequality ceases to exist. It doesn't. But at least in democratic country, the principle of equality for all person is recognized. While earlier no law existed to protect people from discrimination and ill treatment, now there are several that work to see that people are treated with dignity and equal. The two ways in which government has tried to implement the equality that is guaranteed in the constitution is first through the laws and second through the government programs. And there are several laws in India that protect every person's right to be treated equally. In addition of laws, the government has also set up several schemes to improve the lives of communities and individuals who have been treated unequally so for several centuries. These schemes are to ensure greater opportunity for people who have not had this in the past. One of the steps taken by the government included the midday meal scheme. This refers to the program introduced in all government elementary school to provide children with cooked lunch. Tamil Nadu was the first state in India to introduce a scheme in 2001. The Supreme Court asked all the state government to begin their program in the school within 6 months. While government programs play an important role in increasing equality of opportunity, there is much that still needs to be done. While the midday meal program has helped increase the enrollment and attendance of poor children in the school, there continues to be big difference in the countries between school and the rich attendant and those that the poor attended. Even today, there are several schools in the country in which Dalit children, जैसे कि Om Prakash Valmiki, are discriminated against and treated unequally. The children are forced into unequal situations in which their dignity is not respected. Issues of equality in democracies. You are probably wondering whether India is one of the democratic country in which there is inequality and where the struggle for equality continue to exist. The truth is that in many democratic countries around the world, the issue of inequalities, equality continue to be the key issue around which communities struggle. For example, in United States of America, the African America whose ancestors were the slave who were brought over from Africa continue to describe their lives today as largely unequal. Challenge of democracy. No country can be described as being completely democratic. There are always committees and individuals trying to expand the ideas of democracy and push for the greater recognition of equality on the existing as well as new issue. Central to this is as a struggle for the recognition of all the person as equal as for their dignity to be maintained. In the book, you will read about how this issue of equality affects various aspects of our daily lives in democratic India. As you read these chapters, think about whether the equality of all person and their being able to maintain the dignity is unheeded. So that was all about this chapter. I hope you liked it. Thank you.